I'm here with Paul Kelso, a professor from the Lake Superior State University. And Paul, tell us about the experiential learning approach at LSSU that you've been pioneering.
Yes, so we've developed a program that's project-centered and active learning, where students learn by doing. We teach the content of the material in the context of individual projects, so they learn the material that they need to know and then apply it directly to problems that they need to solve. A lot of this is field-based also, and becomes very interdisciplinary because very few problems can be solved with just one technique, and so they bring in information and content from multiple different classes to solve most problems, so they have to integrate different content to solve problems.
Right. So what do you find that your students are learning from this approach that they probably wouldn't want otherwise?
In addition to the content, which is similar, they spend a lot of time working in teams and as partners, which is what industry does a lot, and so therefore they're learning those sorts of teamwork skills, also critical thinking skills and problem solving, and self-learning. When they have to do something and they don't know how to do it, how do they learn what they need to learn to be able to solve the problem, which again, when you have a problem your boss gives you, they don't always give you all the answers, and so you have to go out and figure out how to solve the problem that they present.
And you've got a great case example that you're going to give tomorrow. Can you tell us a little bit more about that example?
One example that I'm going to talk about tomorrow is this summer the local tribe came to me, and I'm teaching a geophysics class this semester, and they wondered that there's an old landfill on their property that was there before there was actually a tribe, and it wasn't part of the reserve. It ends up being the dump is right next to a river, and it's starting to erode, and stuff is getting into the river, and they don't know exactly where the dump is and what is in the dump. And so for my students, I just presented this case study. Essentially, this is what the tribe wants to know. Can we solve it? And then they had to come up with what techniques should we use? How should we conduct the survey? We have a certain amount of time to conduct the survey. Time is often a limiting resource in how much you can do. And so then we went out and they designed the survey, made proposals to the tribe of different things that they might do, got approval from the tribe to go out and do studies on their land, went out and conducted the individual surveys, and are bringing that data back and are processing the data right now. And the students are very motivated to learn because it's a real problem and people want to know the answer. It's not just something made up or a problem in the book that they have to do because they have to do it to get a grade. They're really interested in coming up with the results.
So how important is this to the future of education, specifically in the geosciences?
That we should be doing active learning sorts of projects. Students should be learning by doing. And this class was geophysics, but we also brought in environmental issues and other things, political sorts of issues to get permission to do things, a whole variety of other things that are outside of just the basic concepts of geophysics, but they had to understand the geophysics before they could do anything else, so they still get those basic concepts, but they apply it. And one of the great things is by the time they get done, they have been working as geoscientists. They've been doing the sorts of things that they're going to be doing when they get out in the real world.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So, Paul, thank you so much for sharing that with us. We look forward to hearing more from you.
Okay, thank you.